All right. So we will, as usual, just kind of get started with a little stretching warm-up. So like I said, comfortable seated position is great for that as we get going. So take your time getting there, and as always, move this down so I can see you guys. And as always, feel free to choose a comfortable seated position that works for you. So if cross-leg is comfortable, that's totally fine, but we're just gonna start with our breathing and a couple of little spinal twists and such. So maybe the knees are bent and the feet are planted. Maybe you've got the legs out long. Maybe something a little bit different is comfortable for you. I invite you to find that as we get started here. And first and foremost, as always, if you're new, welcome. I'm Sarah, and we are just going to start today by bringing our focus into our breathing, into our bodies, and giving ourselves the time to kind of wind down off of the work that maybe we were just doing, and to get in the mindset to get moving today. So when you find that comfortable seated position, I want you to just take a couple of moments here and take that scan of the body. So starting from the top of the head, moving all the way down through the body to the tips of the toes, and just noticing how you're feeling today. Noticing where those points of tension are, noticing those places that feel particularly good. Maybe there are some sore spots, and doing all of that without any judgment. So wherever those spots might be for you today, understanding why they're like that, but also giving your body the leeway to move in the way that's best for it as we move into our practice today. And then from here, as we take these next couple of nice deep breaths, now that you've kind of taken that scan of the body, notice where those sore or tight or good feeling spots are. I invite you to find any range of motion that might feel good for you today. So maybe that's a spinal twist, maybe that's a lateral stretch, maybe it's a roll of the head and the neck. Taking about these next 4 nice deep breaths to just find anything to kind of loosen up that might feel good, and maybe play around with it. If you aren't sure what'll feel good, you can try out that spinal twist. You can try out that nice big lateral stretch, or maybe a roll of the head and the neck. We've got about 2 more breaths here. So finding that range of motion, kind of trying to even up there. We will move into all of those ranges that I said. So if you found one that felt good but are missing out on another, don't you worry. With that next big inhale, I want you to go ahead and bring it on back to center. So that nice long spine right in center, seated up nice and tall. Think about that nice big inhale to lengthen through the spine, out the top of the head. Take a second to focus in on your posture. Pull the shoulder blades just slightly together, maybe a slight lift of the chin. And then we're going to start off with that spinal twist. So if you were just doing it, we can continue into it. That inhale in center feels great for that long spine, and that exhale over in one direction. We're going to go right into flowing with the pace of your breath. So that next inhale can bring you right back through center, and then that next exhale can bring you over to that other side. Now, as always, if it feels good to find a little hold on one side or the other, I invite you to do that. We've got about, once again, 4 more nice deep breaths here, so about twice more on each side if you're moving with each breath. Making sure you're finding that nice long spine in center. And then once again, maybe evening out. So if you need a 5th breath, that is totally fine to make sure you hit that second side. After that 4th or 5th breath, just go ahead and bring it right back to center. When you finish those out, we're going to move right into that roll of the head and the neck. So an inhale for that long spine. Once again, that exhale drops the chin to the chest. And then I want you to bring that right ear towards that right shoulder. Pause there, and then bring it back down through center, right in front, left ear towards the left shoulder. So just a couple of rolls side to side. Again, you can kind of move with each breath, or you can find that little bit of a hold in either direction, whatever works for you and your neck today. Go ahead and take about 2 more nice deep breaths here. Maybe once more on each side. And then when you finish, that next exhale will bring us right back down to center, chin to chest. And then that inhale lengthens the head back up towards the ceiling. All right, one more little warm-up stretch before we kind of get moving here. We're just going to do our lateral bending. So with your next big inhale, go ahead and sweep those arms out and up, bring those fingertips towards the ceiling. And nice and easy side to side with your next exhale. That right hand comes down, that left arm comes up over top. Nice big stretch. And then that inhale pulls us through center, same thing to that other side. So inhale nice and long. Exhale down to that second side. Once again, you can move with each breath, or if you need a little extra hold on either side, you have about 6 breaths here in this lateral stretch, so about 3 times in each direction if you're moving with each inhale and exhale. Keeping it going, find that nice deep stretch. Maybe as you get into it a little more, you start bringing that elbow down towards the mat to open up a little more through each side. Awesome job, you guys. All right, give me one more time in each direction. 2 more breaths here. Once again, take that time to even up if you need to, but if you're on that last side, go ahead, inhale back to center, and then a big exhale to bring those arms down and around. Alrighty, so like I said, we're kind of going to get moving. We are going to go ahead and transition over to hands and knees to just kind of hit our cat and cow and our spinal twist, and then we will get into our flow. So take your time transitioning, find the transition that works for you. You can roll to one side, you can roll right over the knees, bring it on over to our hands and knees position. When you get there, make sure that those wrists are either right under the shoulders or a little bit out in front if that feels good. And then those knees are right under the hips, and then go ahead right into that cat and cow. So that inhale presses the belly towards the floor, lifts the chin and the hips. That exhale rounds the spine up towards the ceiling, tucks the chin in towards the chest and the pelvis underneath. So go ahead, once again, flowing with your breath a couple times in each direction. Finding those nice deep inhales and exhales, finding that spinal range of motion that usually feels pretty good after you've been sitting all morning. You know, at least for me it does. Awesome. Go ahead and find 3 more nice deep breaths in this cat and cow. So 3 more times in each direction. Awesome. Give me one more here. When you finish that last one, just go ahead and bring that spine back to center, nice neutral, long spine, and then we'll finish out our little warm up with a spinal twist. So first thing I want you to do is walk those hands out to our puppy. So the hips stay high, the arms go out long in front, press the chest down towards the mat. When you get there, we're going to take just a second in this stretch to open up through the shoulders, through the chest, and then we'll find our spinal twist. So go ahead and take that right arm, lift it off the mat, thread it underneath in between the left hand and left knee, place that shoulder down on the ground into that spinal twist. From here, that left arm can stay nice and long if that feels good. If you want to intensify this, you can find that half bind. Lifting that left arm up towards the ceiling, turn the palm to face away, and then bend at the elbow to bring the hand around behind the back. Now, if that's kind of uncomfortable for your shoulder, you're welcome to keep that arm out long as always, or if you found that and it feels good to open up through the shoulders towards that side wall, that's totally great to stay there. We've got about 3 breaths in this spinal twist. Awesome. One more big inhale and exhale. If you found that half bind, go ahead and lengthen that arm back out long and then bring it back to center. All we're going to do here is switch sides. So when those hands get out long, take a second in center for that stretch and then take that left arm, thread it underneath, place the left shoulder onto the ground. Again, that right arm can stay long or you can find that half bind. Lifting it up towards the ceiling, turn the palm to face behind you, bend at the elbow, bring it around behind the back to open up through those shoulders. If this side feels a little different, it's a little bit less comfortable on the shoulder, same thing. You're always welcome to take that arm out nice and long. Again, let's find 3 nice deep breaths in that spinal twist. Awesome. Give me one more breath here. If you found that half bind, go ahead and lengthen that arm. Take it back out long, and we'll just bring it right out to that puppy one final time. So take that left hand, back out to center. One more big stretch of the chest and the shoulders. And then from there, let's go ahead and take it into our downward facing dog. So I'm just gonna walk my hands in just a little, curl my toes under, press those hips up and back. When you get into that downward facing dog, we're gonna just spend a brief moment here. So go ahead and pedal those heels out, kind of get the backs of the legs ready to go. Got a little bit of lower body work here. And from here, we're actually gonna meet at the back of our mat. So I want you to go ahead and walk those hands in towards the feet. And then when you're ready, next inhale rolls us up to nice and tall. All right, when you get to the top of that mountain pose, like I said, we're at the back of our mats. We've got our space out in front of us. At the beginning, I mentioned we're gonna kind of do sets of 4 reps. So anything that is rep-based, we will do 4. Other than that, we'll just kind of flow through. We are gonna start off with 4 Pilates push-ups, but we're just gonna do 1 set of 4 push-ups. So from the back of your mat, go ahead and give me a big inhale to take those arms out and up. With that next exhale, go ahead and roll into your forward fold. Bring those fingertips down towards the toes. Find that nice stretch through the back of the legs. From here, we're going to inchworm our way out into our high push-up plank position. So walk those hands out nice and long until we're in that high plank. Now from here, we've got 4 push-ups. I want you to modify if you need to. So feel free to drop those knees. Just 4 push-ups from here. So bringing it down, chest towards the mat, and then that exhale to press us up. 4, 3, 2, 1 more all the way down and back up. From here, let's press back into child's pose. So press the hips back towards the heels, set those knees down if you didn't modify those push-ups. And then from here, we're gonna take it up into our downward facing dog again. So plant those hands, lift the hips, curl the toes under, press the hips up and back. This one, we've got 4 on each side. We're gonna do a 3-legged dog to half mountain climber. So take that right foot up and back into your 3-legged dog. From here, as we shift our hips down, our knee is gonna come forward in between those elbows to that half mountain climber, and then we're gonna inhale to press it up and back. That's 1 rep, we've got 3 more. So shift the shoulders over the wrists, knee between the elbows, there's 2, press it up and back into that 3-legged dog. Same thing, 2 more. Bring it out, knee between elbows for 3, up and back 3-legged dog, and last time. Knee between elbows for 4, up and back 3-legged dog. When you get to the top, go ahead and place that right foot down next to the left. We've got same thing on that other side. The left foot goes up and back 3-legged dog. We've got 4 reps. Shift the shoulders over the wrists, bring the knee in between the elbows, same thing. 3 more times here. Up and back 3, out in between, up and back 2 more, out in between, up and back. Last one here. Here we go. Out in between. And then last time up into that 3-legged dog. Place that left foot down next to the right. From here, give me that right leg 3-legged dog 1 more time. From here, we're going to go to our crescent lunge. So sweep that right foot forward, plant it in between those hands. Find your balance. Inhale to sweep the arms up into that crescent lunge. We'll take just a pause here. So bend through that right knee, lengthen that left leg. Next inhale, I want you to lengthen that front leg. So lengthen it up, open up. We've got 4 lunge pulses here. So from here, go ahead and pulse it down, bend that right knee. Inhale to extend up. There's 1 of 4. Bring it down for 2. Up, down for 3. Back up, and we've got 1 more on this side. Down for 4. And back up. All right, bring it back into that crescent lunge 1 last time. Bend that knee. And we're going to transition to our warrior 2. So turn that left heel down, open those arms up in either direction. Nice and easy into that peaceful warrior. Flip the front palm, lift it up and back. From here, we're going to cartwheel those arms all the way down to the mat. So lift that left heel as you bring those hands down. And then we're just going to trade and do that other side. So take that right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Left foot goes up and back, 3-legged dog. We're transitioning to that crescent lunge. So bend that right knee, sweep the left foot forward. Plant it down. When you find your balance, sweep the arms up. Take that moment to find your good crescent lunge form. Next inhale lengthens that front leg. We've got our 4 pulses. So bend that knee into that nice deep crescent lunge. Inhale to take it up. There was our first one. Exhale down into it. Inhale to lengthen. There's our second. Exhale into it. Inhale up for 3. Last one. Bend it in. Inhale to lengthen. Awesome job, you guys. Bring it back down into that crescent lunge. Transition to warrior two. Right heel turns down. Open those arms up. Bend that left knee. Flip the front palm. Reverse it. Peaceful warrior. Next, exhale, cartwheels us all the way back down. Take that left hand down, that right heel up, that right hand down. From here, left foot goes back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Nice and easy. I want you to set those knees down. We're bringing it to our hands and knees, tabletop position. So knees right under hips. Adjust those hands if you need to. We've got 4 bird dogs on each side, right hand and left knee. We're extending long. Exhale to pull the elbow towards the knee. There's that first one. Inhale to extend. Exhale to pull in. There's 2. 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale in. 3. And here goes 4. Take it out and in. And then when you're done, plant that right hand in that left knee. Same thing on that left side. Give me 4 there. Taking it long. Bringing it in. Keep it going. 3 more. 2 more. And last one for that 4th. And then plant that left hand and that right knee. Now from here, we're going to go over to our core front work. So I want you to sit the hips back towards the heels, kind of set the hips down onto one side and bring it on over. When you get there, just go ahead and adjust and get ready for roll up. So those knees are bent, those feet are planted, and go ahead and bring it down onto the mat. Once again, sets of 4, we've got 4 roll ups. So when you get there, that inhale takes those arms up overhead. That exhale circles them around and brings us up to that nice long spine. Inhale to lengthen a little more and exhale to roll it down. We've got 3 more from there to finish out our 4. At the end of our 4th, we're going to keep it up in that seated position. So go ahead and move at your own pace for this one. Keep those breaths going. Nice big inhales and exhales, using as little momentum as you can to bring you up off of the mat. Use those arms if you need to. And I'm on my 4th one, so I'm not going to roll down after this one. We're going to meet up in that seated position up at the top. Now from here, we're going to do our spinal Russian twists. So when you get to the top, go ahead and lengthen those arms, bring it down to that 45-degree angle. We're going to take that right hand down behind us, opening up into that spinal twist, and then back through center. We've got 8 total. There was 1. Bring it to that other side for 2. Keep it going at your own pace here for 8. Halfway for me, there's 4. Nice job, you guys. Try and keep that angle on the spine. I've got 2 more, 1 on each side. When you finish off, just go ahead and sit up a little bit taller to give that core a tiny little break. So bring it up to that nice long spine. And then we're going to take it right down onto our backs to get into some more core work. Take those feet up towards the ceiling. When you get onto your back, we've got 4 leg lowers. So hands can be out wide or hands can be under the hips. Here we go. Take those feet down through their range of motion and then back up towards the ceiling. There's 1. Keep it going for 4. Take it at your own pace here. Nice, nice job, you guys. When you hit that 4th, pull those knees in towards the chest. From there, we're going to move right into our next core move. We've got our double leg stretch. So lift the head and shoulders up off of that mat. We're going to inhale to extend the arms and legs long, and then we're going to exhale to circle those arms around to catch those knees. We've got 3 more. Inhale extends us nice and long. Exhale brings us back in towards center. Last 2 of these. Keep it going. And then 1 more. Finds that nice extension and then pulls it in and around. Final core front move that we've got 8 total, so 4 each side of our bicycle. Take those knees up to 90 degrees tabletop, bring those fingertips behind the head. 8 total, 4 each side, nice and slow and control. Left elbow to right knee, left leg extends. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one here is 8. And then go ahead, pull those knees in towards the chest. Nice job, you guys. From here, we're going to take it all the way back over to our downward facing dog. So bring it up to that seated position and then roll it on over. When you get back to those hands and knees, curl those toes under, press those hips up and back. From here, take a nice bend through those knees and then walk those feet forward to meet the hands. We're at the front of our mat in our forward fold. Our next inhale rolls us up. Nice long spine into our mountain pose. Now here's that balancing pose that I mentioned at the beginning. So if you need something kind of to find your balance, I want you to feel free. We've got 4 on each leg. So I'm going to start by lifting my right knee up off of the floor. Now for a little less intense, you'll keep that knee bent and not extend it out behind. For a little more intense, you will extend it out behind. So we're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to take that right leg back. As we take our torso down, that right leg extends behind, and then we inhale to bring back up. Now, if you need a little balance help, maybe you just tap that foot down. We've got 4 on this side. So again, you can start from here, extend back as you hinge at the hips, find your balance, and then whoop, bring it back up to either that knee lift or that toe tap down. I've got 2 more here, extending back, bringing it back to center, nice strong core, and then that last one on that first side. When you're done, take a second, shake out that standing leg, and then we're just going to switch it up. Same thing on that other side. Whew. All right, so we've got 4 on that second side when you finish that first one. And when you finish that out, we're going to meet in our mountain pose. So taking your time, we'll take a couple moments in our mountain pose when we finish this balance move here. Nice. I've got 1 more of these. Awesome work, you guys. Looking good, looking good. Like I said, when you finish it out, take that second, shake out that standing leg, give yourself a little bit of a break, and then bring it back to that mountain pose, those feet underneath those hips or right next to each other, both hands out by our sides. Awesome job. Give me a big inhale to bring those arms out and up towards the ceiling. 1 lateral stretch on each side. Right hand comes down towards the right side, left arm comes up over top. Inhale brings us through center. Lateral stretch in that second direction over towards the left. Big inhale through center. And exhale just circles our arms down and around. This meets us at the top of our little flow here. So go ahead and walk those feet towards the back of the mat. And we're going to start it from the beginning again. I'm going to move a little bit faster with this one. So stick with me, kind of move at your own pace. But we're still going to do our reps of 4. So give me a big inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, fold us forward into that forward fold. We've got our 4 push-ups here. So go ahead and walk those hands out to that high push-up plank position. Toes or knees, we've got those 4 good form push-ups. Nice exhale to press back up off of the floor. Keep it going here. 4 of those. When you finish out, press those hips back into that child's pose. Taking just a second there. And then we're going to press it up and back into our downward facing dog. So lift those hips, curl the toes under, press those hips up and back. We've got our 3-legged dog to mountain climber. One side, we've got 4. Press that right foot up and back. Bring that elbow or that knee between those elbows for 4. Up and back. 3. Like I said, if you're moving a little faster or slower than me, that's totally fine. I've got 1 more of those, and then we're just going to switch sides. So a 3-legged dog, set that right foot down. Same thing on the left. Left foot's going to go up and back, and then we've got 4 on that left side. And I've got 1 more here. When you finish that 4th on the left side, we've got that 3-legged dog, and then plant that left foot down next to the right. We've got our lunges next, so right foot up and back. Bend that left knee, sweep the right foot forward. Find your balance. When you're ready, crescent lunge. Sweep those arms up. We've got our 4 pulses, so extend that right leg. Here's our first to bring it down. Up, back down for 2. Bringing it up, 2 more. Back down for 3. Up, nice and long, and last one, pulsing it down, and then lengthening that front leg. Here we go, bring it down into that crescent lunge 1 final time, transition to warrior 2, turn the left heel down, open those arms up, flip the front palm, reverse it, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheels us all the way down, hands towards the mat, left heel comes up, take that right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Same thing on that left side, left foot up and back, 3-legged dog, bend that right knee, sweep that left foot forward. Find your balance when you hit the top. Inhale, sweep those arms up, crescent lunge. 4 pulses. Go ahead and lengthen that front leg. Here's our first. Bring it down. Inhale for to bring it up and down for 2. Up and down for 3. And last one, up and down for 4. And then go ahead and lengthen that front leg one more time. Last time back into that crescent lunge, warrior 2. Turn that right heel down, open those arms up. Flip the front palm, peaceful, lift it up and back. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down. Left hand, right heel lifts. And then go ahead and take that left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Nice and easy. When you get there, set those knees down, hands and knees. We've got our 4 bird dogs on each side. Start with that right arm and that left leg. We inhale to extend. We exhale to pull it in. 4 on this first side. Awesome job, you guys. I've got 1 more on this side, and then we're just going to switch it up. So same thing on that second side, left hand and right knee. Taking that second to readjust. That inhale extends, and that exhale pulls us in towards center. 4 on that second side. When you finish those 4, we're going to make our transition onto our back for our roll-ups. So go ahead and bring it on down. So I'm going to set my hips back, turn it to one side, roll it on over, and then bend those knees, plant those feet, bring it on down to the mat. 4 of those roll-ups when you get there. That inhale brings those arms overhead. That exhale circles them around and lifts us up. Inhale for our super long spine at the top, and exhale to roll it down. Nice work, you guys. Keep it going. 3 more of those. Looking good, looking good. Keep going for those last 2. Nice work, nice work. And 1 more. When you get to the top, go ahead and pause. Awesome. So we've got our spinal twists next. So those arms go long at the top, that spine goes long. We've got 8 total, 4 each side. Those right fingertips come down behind. We inhale to bring it through center. Go ahead and take it at your own pace for those 8. Trying to keep that nice little bit of an angle on the spine. So the higher you are, the easier this is going to be, especially on that lower back. The lower you are, the more challenging this is going to be. Nice work, you guys. Looking good, looking good. We're almost there. Nice. I've got 1 more on each side. If you're down, go ahead and sit it up tall. Find that little bit of a rest. Nice work, nice work. All right, awesome. Go ahead and bring it down onto your back. Take those feet up towards the ceiling. We've got our leg lowers next. Hands can be out wide, or hands can be underneath those hips. 4 of those leg lowers. Feet come down, and then back up towards the ceiling. Find the range of motion that works for you. Nice work, you guys. Keep it going, keep it going. 2 more there, looking good. Awesome, awesome. When you finish those last 2, go ahead and pull those knees in towards the chest. Nice. From here, we're going right into that double leg stretch. Lift the head and shoulders. Inhale to extend nice and long. Circle those arms around to catch those knees. Keep it going just like that. Inhale extends us long. And exhale circles around to catch. 2 more. Nice and long. Bring it in. Last one here. Nice and long. And then bring it on in. Nice work, nice work. Finishing out those 4. Final exercise on our back here. We've got our bicycle. Knees come to that tabletop. Fingertips come behind the head. We've got 8 here. Left elbow to right knee. Left leg extends. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then pull those knees in towards the chest. Go ahead and roll up and over when you're ready. We're going to meet in that downward facing dog. Nice, keeping it going, finishing out here. All right, down dog for just a moment to pedal out those heels. Give that core a nice little bit of extra length there. And then go ahead and walk those feet in to meet those hands. We're at the top of our mat. Our inhale rolls us up. All right, here comes that balance when you get to the top. If you need that A little bit of stability there. Feel free to grab that chair or that wall. Right foot starts, again, a little more challenging, starts up, a little less challenging, toe taps down, hinging at those hips, sending that leg back for 4. Keep it going there. Once again, go ahead and take it at your own pace. I've got 2 more on this side. Awesome. And our last one on the, or my last one on this side, and then switch it up by just taking that a little bit of a second to shake out that standing leg, and then bring it on to that other leg. 4 on that second side. Awesome job, awesome job. When you finish that 4th, go ahead and find that mountain pose. Feet come underneath those hips, hands come out nice and wide. Take your time getting there. Finish out those 4 reps. Awesome, we've got that one lateral stretch on each side. Inhale, brings those arms out and up. Exhale, that right hand comes down, that left arm comes up over top. Inhale, brings us through center. Same thing other side. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up over top. Inhale, comes back to center. Exhale, circles those arms down and around. All right, go ahead and walk to the back of your mat once again. We don't have enough time to get through that all again, but we're just going to kind of do a little bit of a different version of some of those things just to keep us moving for these last couple minutes. Back of the mat, give me an inhale to bring those arms out and up. Exhale, rolls us forward into that forward fold. From here, let's go ahead and walk out into that high plank position. So inchworming out, nice high plank position. We've still got our 4 push-ups, so toes or knees. Here we go for those 4 push-ups. This is it. These are our last push-ups of the day. Use that modification if you need to get that chest all the way down to the floor. Nice work, you guys. When you're done, really briefly press those hips back towards the heels, child's pose. Take that nice little break. Lift those hips up, curl those toes under, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now, rather than that 3-legged dog to mountain climber, we're just gonna do our traditional mountain climber for this last time. So I want you to bring those hips down, bring it out into that high plank position. We've got about 25 seconds, 30 seconds of our mountain climber. So stepping that knee in, take it back out long, and then alternate sides. If you wanna take it up a notch, you can take it into that little bit of a jog. Getting it going here so it can be nice and slow and controlled. We're alternating sides, or you can get it going a little faster. We've got about 15 seconds left in this one. Keep going, keep the shoulders over the wrists. Nice work, looking good. Keep those hips low. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, nice work, and 1. Go ahead and press the hips up and back, downward facing dog, super briefly. Right foot up and back, 3-legged dog. Sweep that right foot forward, plant it down. Give those wrists a little break here. We're gonna bring it into our crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up. We're taking out those pulses this time, so I just want you to find that crescent lunge for just a moment. Keep that nice bend through that right knee. Nice work, you guys. Awesome. Next exhale brings us down to that warrior 2. Turn that left heel down, open those arms up. Flip the front palm, reverse it, bring it up and back. Exhale, cartwheels us all the way down towards that mat. Right hand, left heel comes up. Right foot goes back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Same thing on that other side. We've got that 3-legged dog. Bend that right knee, sweep that left foot forward. When you get there, find your balance, sweep it up into that crescent lunge. Take that moment, find that nice bend through that left knee. Awesome work, you guys. Next exhale, pulls that right heel down, opens those arms up. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse it. Exhale, cartwheels us all the way down. Left hand, right heel. And then go ahead and take that right foot or left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog, one final time. Awesome. To finish us out today, we are going to take it down into our child's pose. So take those knees down nice and wide. Take those big toes close together. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Yeah. All right. From here, you're welcome to have those hands right down center if that feels good, or you can walk them side to side. Find that nice big lateral stretch if that feels good as well. Taking your time to get a couple times in each direction here. Stretching it out, take a moment to come back to your center, come back to your breath. Awesome. Awesome work today, you guys. It was challenging little flow, kept us moving, hopefully not too tough. All right, go ahead and bring those hands back to center. And then we're gonna just go ahead and walk them in to roll it up. And then I'm gonna bring it over to comfortable seated. So I'm just gonna set my hips to one side and bring those legs around. Once again, that comfortable seated can be where I am, or if you prefer, I'm just gonna finish out with our final nice deep breaths here. We're gonna take 3 of them, leading with those arms. That next inhale brings us out and up, nice and long away from center. And our exhale circles us down and around. 2 more just like that. Our inhale brings us out and up. And our exhale circles us around. On this last one, those palms are going to meet overhead. So our inhale brings us out and up. Those palms meet right up overhead. As you exhale, go ahead and pull the hands down to heart center. All right. Thank you, as always, so much for sharing this fabulous Wednesday morning with me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. The light in me honors the light in you, bowing as we say namaste.